Hey guys, what's up? Bob here. So today I've got a pretty interesting battle in my opinion. I had a lot of fun with it. My opponent's team was really interesting, and mine is just like, what? I've been trying to get everybody to use it because it's just so fun. So anyway, I based it off of a team that I saw on Smogon about a year or two ago, and I thought it was so cool, and I wanted to try it. So basically, I'm gonna skill swap Magic Bounce onto my opponent's Pokemon, and then set up Toxic Spikes on my own side of the field. And that's going to be my basic strategy right here, because I want to get them up as soon as I can. The only problem is, I kind of run out of ways to deal with this, this Hippowdon after I get them, after I Magic Bounce it. So you're gonna see me having difficulties in a sec, and I kind of mess up with it. I bring in Xatu stupidly, but anyway, here I'm gonna get my Toxic Spikes up, and he's gonna Whirlwind me and stuff, and there we go. And Breloom comes in. I'm like, okay, cool. I could just Leech Seed this thing, and I'm like, wait a second, no, I can't, because it's Magic Bounce. So I'm gonna see what he's gonna do. He's gonna, I think, show me Ice Fang, maybe. Yeah, I should have gone into Forretress here, but I was stupid. I go into Xatu, and I don't even know what I was thinking there. But now I can just go into Zangoose, and I'm like, okay, let's see how much this Facade does at with Toxic Boost and Life Orb. I was like, this is gonna hurt. I was hoping that it would KO. Sadly, does not quite, but he does me a solid and whirlwinds me. I think he might have thought that I would be like Sword Stance or something. I don't know if Zangoose actually gets that. I've never really used the Zangoose before. But yeah, Toxic Boost Zangoose he's pretty dangerous in every tier. That's what I found. Anyway, he whirlwinds me out into my Alakazam, and I'm like, oh boy, that's awesome. But then I was like, looking at his team, if he switches, and he might, because Hippowdon is pretty valuable to him later, or it could be anyway, he might switch into that, Bisharp, and if he does, I'm going to Signal Beam. Doesn't matter though, because he just stays in and dies. So I was talking about that like it was going to matter, and it just didn't. Anyway, this turn he's going to go into his Sandslash, and that thing is threatening. Because it's like, double speed, and, Sandslash is dangerous. So he's going to go into that, and I'm like, okay, well, let's go into Forretress, because I'm pretty sure I can wall it. And if I do, that's going to be good. But, sadly, he goes for Sword Stance there, and I'm like, oh man, that's dangerous. So I'm going to go Bulldoze, and next turn I mess up. I should have Bulldozed again, but I didn't. But here, so yeah, like I said, I'm going to Bulldoze, and he's going to assume that he's going to be able to sweep me from here. But Bulldoze is going to be able to reduce him to +1 speed. And again, I should have Bulldozed again, just on the off chance that he was max speed. But I was like, whatever. So now I can go into my Alakazam again, because I am Focus Sash. And I'm pretty sure that at -1, I don't think this thing will be max speed. I think I can outspeed it and KO it with the HP Ice. I think. So I'm going to go for that. And my opponent, I guess he doesn't realize what I'm doing, because he stays in for it. And if he hadn't, that thing would have been like a massive pain later. Yeah, like I said, that thing would have been a massive pain. But now he's going to go ahead and go into his dog thing. What's it called? What is that thing? Stoutland, that's what it's called. I'm just going to stay in. I figured I'm Focus Sash. I can take a hit and go ahead and hit that thing with a Focus Blast. He goes Fire Fang. I'm guessing he was predicting the Forretress switch, but that doesn't happen. And he just dies to a Focus Blast, which is awesome. If I had missed that, I would have been in trouble. But I didn't. So now I'm up 4 against 3, and I'm sitting pretty much here. So now my opponent's going to go into a Shuckle, and I'm like, that's not ideal. So I'm going to go ahead and swap out into my Magnezone. I don't know if he predicted that or what, but he gives Knockoff. That would have done like 2% to Alakazam, because he's a physically defensive monster. But whatever. Anyway, I kind of know how to deal with Shuckle, and I figured even if he encored me into sub, I would have been able to just, you know, like, keep subbing, because he really doesn't have anything to break a sub later, except for his, what you call it, Heatran. And if I keep subbing, then he's not going to be able to kill me. But he doesn't encore me, he gives Mud Slap, which is really weird. So I'm just going to be able to knock the Shuckle out with a couple of Flash Cannons and a Thunderbolt, which is pretty tight, not gonna lie. Having a Shuckle out of the way is really handy, because, I like Shuckle. I'm not gonna lie, I really like Shuckle. He's one of my favorites, but competitively, especially in OU, he's not very good. Anyway, he's gonna go into his Heatran, I'm guessing specially defensive maybe, and hit me with a, Fire Burst or whatever, I don't know. Anyway, I'm just gonna stay in, and he's gonna roar me. Again, I think he predicted a switch there, but I'm not gonna, like, do that. Like, there's no reason to. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get roared into my Zangoose, and I'm just like, okay, close combat is gonna hurt. Now, he's gonna go into his Bisharp, and obvious Sucker Punch is obvious. One sec. It'll happen, I promise. There we go. Obvious Sucker Punch is obvious, so I'm gonna Quick Attack, and just see how much damage I can do with that. I score a crit, but again, probably didn't matter, because, actually, definitely didn't matter, I have Breloom. So, I can just Spore this thing, because it's immune to Toxic Spikes, and just be like, okay, what are you gonna do? So Spore happens, that's a thing. And, yeah, like I said, Breloom is ridiculous with the, because this set is Leech Seed, and it's Toxic Heal with Leftovers, which is one of the most ridiculous sets you can come up with. Because you can, like, once you Leech Seed the opponent, you can sub every turn, and they just lose. So, yeah, anyway, that's going to be game. I thought it was pretty fun. It kind of petered out towards the end, but the beginning bit, trying to get the Toxic Spikes up on my own side of the field, it's always a struggle, but it's really fun when it works. So, Taylor actually had a really interesting match with this team. He uploaded it yesterday, and it was sort of a different version of this team. Like I said, it's always a work in progress, but anyway, I'll link that video in the description, and I'll also put the team in the description if you want to give it a go. Feel free to make any changes you want. It's really fun to use. So I guess that's everything. I'll see you later. Bye.